So you're thinking about being an English major, huh? You're in college and sorting that all out, or you already are an English major. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, you should watch this video because I am someone who has an English degree, and I got that degree by default because I was in college, didn't know what I was supposed to do for a living, thought I might want to be a teacher, and I thought, let's just choose English because that comes easy for me. I was the kid who never studied for a spelling test ever and always got 100. You know, that was me. And creative writing was like my favorite subject. And, you know, in college, everyone's complaining about term papers and how bad they are. And I'm thinking, this is actually really easy. Like, you just type however many words and get your sources and just have a general theme, and it's not that hard. It's really easy. And so by default, it became my major in college. Also by default because I'm so bad at math and science. And I never saw the point in it. I thought, you know, unless I'm gonna teach these things or become a scientist or an architect or a doctor, which I didn't have nothing in me wanted to do any of those things for a living. I knew that I was supposed to go to college and just that would help me in life. And yes, absolutely it was the right thing to go to college. But, you know, that's the irony, is that when you are 17, 18, 19, how are you supposed to know what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life and choose to go to college and spend all this money for it? So I think English is a great degree to get by default. If you don't know what else you're gonna do, just become an English major. It's very minimal math and science. And I mean, you'd think, oh, well, isn't there like a lot of reading involved? Honestly, there really wasn't. And I'm like a really slow reader, but it was more for me even about the concepts of what I was reading and following the structure of the story anyway. And yeah, sure, I lived off Cliff Notes too. But it just came very easy for me. So then I graduate college, and I ended up like unloading trucks for FedEx in Nashville when I first got out of college. But within a few months I thought, okay, now that I kind of got settled in here, let me go ahead and like look at a temp agency to see what they'd have. And it just so happened, God ordained it, I suppose, for as soon as I walked in, they said, okay, you have an English degree, you just moved here. Hey, there's a place right around the corner that's hiring, and it has something to do with marketing and stuff. I said, okay, yeah, I'll try it out. I thought it was a temp job. Turns out they actually wanted to hire me full time. And I ended up working there for 12 years until they basically kind of closed down the whole department and everything I was doing. And then I ended up at the next place making a lot more money, but doing a more difficult version of the same thing. So it was one of those things where I just didn't know what I wanted to do for a living or with a college degree. So I just got an English degree, and for the fact that I have a degree, and it's funny because when people hear you have an English degree, they already assume that you're smart. Now granted, I did teach English in Thailand and in Korea during college as well. So I mean, I definitely had those communication skills. But you know, even now as I work full time, ultimately it's being an account manager, recruiting, HR, that sort of thing, is actually what how I make most of the money that I make. But obviously you're watching my YouTube channel. This is one of my 2 channels. And again, using those communication skills. And I also have a blog, familyfriendlydaddyblog.com. And I make money from that because people want to do guest blog posts. Basically it's SEO, search engine optimization, where because I've had a blog for nearly a decade, it's got really good basically real estate on the internet. So other websites and companies want to link to that, and then I charge a fee to do that. So I'm making money from YouTube videos, from the blog. I actually do SEO for a company, and no, I don't have a computer science background. It's just because I've been writing for so long on my website that itself has a presence. If you Google my name, Nick Shell, a lot of stuff's gonna pull up. So basically I use my skills and ability in communication, put that on the internet, make videos, and then that's a way I can make money on the side in addition to whatever job that you land at. But I mean, for me, even right now, there's a big demand for recruiting. So it's like if you're trying to figure, well, what should I do? You know, even if I get this English degree, what should I do? Here in America though, recruiting is like one of the top 10 job markets that pays pretty well for what it is without you having to really be specialized. So if you can get your foot in the door, do that for a year or two at one company, and then keep jumping your way up. For me, it was just one company for 12 years and now a new one. But ultimately, the more you get those skills. So I mean, that's just one of many jobs, but you also want to consider what jobs are paying well and are in demand and that sort of thing. I mean, because there's the technical route of, editing or something like that. And it just depends on where you fall on the spectrum of being an English major. For me, clearly, I'm all about communication and creating things. Other people are on the editorial side of it, and they can have an eye for more technical stuff. But me being a creative force, that's not how I want. But anyway, it's a matter of the spectrum. Everyone I graduated with at Liberty University in 2005, we were all a little bit different. Some of us were creative, some of us were technical, but we all had that same theme of being English majors. So it's funny because it's like, whatever your major is in college, like you're sort of defined by that, and people kind of stereotype you in a certain way, and I'm sure a lot of the stereotypes are true. So there you go. Here's the story of a 37-year-old English major, and that's what my degree is in. And from there, I just kind of did other stuff to make a living. Because I bet if you're watching this video, you're thinking, how do you make a living if you're an English major? Unless you go on to teach, what do you do? Well, now I've shared with you what's been my life story as an English major. I'm Nick Shell. Thanks for watching my video. And if you want to check out my work, go to familyfriendlydaddyblog.com. You'll see that I have that website in place, for which this video channel is an extension of. Thanks for watching.